Well, we're asking this team.
Behind the bag. It gets through Buster. This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza is on the way. Swung on a miss. Strike three. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it.
Swinging a high fly ball. Well hit to left field. It may go. Swinging a drive towards the gap in right center. It's pretty deep. It's back near the wall. It's gone. It's gone. Put it in the books.
All right, everybody, welcome on into the Put It in the Book show, season a lot, episode a little.
You forgot, huh?
11. 11 is the number that I have in my mind. I can't think of any other numbers right now, Rodriguez. This team has lost 11 straight. I hate to start with the negative. I tried to find some of the positive, Rodriguez, but this is where we're at. 11, Rodriguez. That's where we are. 11.
We're at 11 and counting, and there doesn't seem to be much hope. Okay, there you go. Double downers. Yeah, double doo-doo and milk today. So we'll try to get through it like we always do. We're Mets fans. We're used to this. So here we go.
For the first time, we talk about first times on this show. For the first time in this show's history, we are doing a show in which we are in the midst of an 11-game losing streak.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's history for us. Congratulations. Yeah.
It's never happened before, ever.
It shouldn't.
In the history of this show.
It should not be happening, Farace.
It should not. And it when we were talking about the topics for this episode, it's really tough to come up with what do we talk about when it comes to the reasons why. The reasons why there's a plethora, and we'll get to all that and more. We've already talked to Rodriguez. Has there been a knock yet back there? I haven't heard. I've heard some sirens. That's always the thing.
I don't hear anything. All right, there it is. There it
goes.
is. Oh, yeah. The Mets are the D word. They are dire.
Dire straits.
You know the rest. They're in dire straits.
Yeah.
So,
all right. All right. So we did the same thing we did last week, and that's my fault. We didn't do the proper opening there. But
slacker again.
That's me. So we might as well just get right into it, Rodriguez, instead of going through this whole ordeal again. The Mets there's a multitude of reasons why this team has lost 11 straight. Actually, this team was one of the first in all of baseball to get to 7 wins 3 weeks ago, feels like. And here we are
3 years ago
at 7. Rodriguez, but the big thing is, it's everything, right? It's untimely this and unlucky that, and we suck at this and we suck at that. But Rodriguez, the big thing is 19 runs have been scored in this 11-game stretch. Can't win many ball games like that, no matter how good your pitching is, Rodriguez.
Farace, I'm gonna give you the positive spin on this. Okay, positive spin on this is that they are losing as a team. They all suck. The offense is sucking. The pitching is sucking. The defense is sucking. Exactly. So collectively as a team, they got that going on. Now, if they could figure out how to turn it the other way, which means upwards and onwards instead of down, okay, we got something, because no one hits. You're scoring like barely a run or two a game. And the pitching, if they go 6-7 innings and they pitch 1 or 2 runs, then the bullpen comes in and blows it, or they blow it from the 4th inning on. They just, or at least they're in the top 10 on defense. I heard that the other day, and I was like, wow, what a positive spin on everything. Wow.
Well, that's what we wanted to do, right? Run prevention.
That's exactly you got that accomplished, Stearns. Congratulations. Okay. You destroyed an offensive juggernaut and blamed it on racism to actually have these guys come over and play number 6 in the league in defense. Oh, wow. Fantastic. And we've gone and lost 11. Thank you.
Did I'm glad you started that off with let me put
I
a
know.
positive spin on
I
things.
did,
There goes my
I did say that we're collectively losing as a team, so we got that team effort of
yeah, you're
sucking.
right.
We are
It's
sucking.
always a team effort. Always a team effort. So the last time, do we have a breaking news sound? Something that we could use as breaking news?
He's tooting his own horn again. Every time this guy.
Somebody has to.
Mhm.
Well, the breaking news is that the close.
That's
While
breaking
we,
news. That's what he wants to use for breaking news.
Exactly. See, Rodriguez
yeah,
gets it.
I know. Is that the noise that the Hulk Joe makes?
Yeah, Hulk smash, Joe smash.
Alexander Joe Smash. That's the noise. Well,
When he
and we
steps
don't
on
take
his
any
low-hanging
delight.
balls, when he steps on his own low-hanging balls,
Ooh.
that's the noise he makes.
Yikes.
Also true.
So there's that image in your head. Congratulations, Met fans. Enjoy that.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse.
Just imagine that.
Fuqua, fire these bums. Well, the breaking news here is that the closer for the Los Angeles Dodgers has been placed on the IL due to elbow fragmentation. That explains the reason why he didn't want to come to the game against us. You know.
Yeah. It's called
mean-
chicken pollo. It's called chicken pollo. You scared.
That's chicken shit for all you non-speakers.
I didn't say the bad word. Oh, Mama Farace is a comedian now. She's taking over what's the Terzio?
Terzio.
But wow, what's up? Fire the bums. Oh, okay. We don't want to fire them just yet. At least wait till the All-Star break, Fuqua.
What bums? What bums? The players, the management? What bums?
Managers.
Those bums. You know those bums. The bums down the street. You know those guys.
Listen, I asked you guys a question yesterday. I posed a question about Mendoza and Mendoza being on the hot seat, whether we like it or not, because it's the players that are not performing and it's the GM who put the team together that's not performing right now. But there's always a scapegoat, Rodriguez. It's New York City. I'm almost surprised that he survived this far to lose 11. Remember what this team has done to Willie Randolph in the middle of the night in San Diego. So
they did do that to Randolph, you know. And so Mendoza is an ex-Skanky just like Randolph, so it could happen. There's always back.
Mendoza. Our poll here, Mendoza, should he stay or should Mendoza go?
Guy in the minor leagues, isn't he? Doesn't he play like
all right. I was going quick. Yeah, I'm typing fast.
Nothing new to you, I guess. Yeah.
You got like trifocals on. At least you should be able to see the letters.
down below. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think any of us really think that Mendoza think that Mendoza is somebody who should be fired right now. I'm a little surprised that maybe he's lasted throughout the entirety of this just because of the pressure that's been placed upon this team by front office and by the team, the fans in general. There goes producer Joe. He's gone. So the pole is now free. It's like a wheelbarrow. It's going down the highway at a high rate of speed. He probably tried to vote in it and inadvertently kicked himself out. Dom says, you probably remember I said last year to fire him. He's not the problem, but he's part of it. Dom thinks he should be fired. So you can vote in our poll. Go ahead. Go ahead and say, pop a number 2 in there, Dom. Not a number 2, but you know what I mean. So Rodriguez, your take on this. It's New York.
Look at his one-loss record. What is it? He's been at the helm for 2 years, right? This is his 3rd year, isn't it?
This is.
Okay, so what's his one-loss record?
I hear producer Joe typing furiously.
Is that producer Joe? Okay, you can hear him. Okay, that's good. Well, let's see how. I don't think he's been a bad manager. I think the players have just pretty much shut down at the end of last year. They stunk, and then they had this big run with the oh my god, and I mean I think he's done a good job.
OMG. Don't mention OMG because Mama Farace is going to get very upset, sentimental about this. Mendoza never had a losing season, but I hate his face. But okay, so overall,
that's the reason to buy him.
But wait a second. Now, these 2 years. Oh, Joe's back. These 2 years, though. So the 2 seasons that he's been manager, he's now combined 179 and 167. Not exactly tearing it up out there. But obviously, if you take from the second half of last year and now bleeding into this year, it's really looking. The Mets had the worst record in all of baseball, and that includes the Rockies. That includes the Colorado Rockies during that during that time frame.
I mean, think about that though. But that's also part of the management deal. They need to have a capable backup for Lindor. Lindor just tires out.
Well, he doesn't start.
I like that.
Brian's another comedian.
That was very funny.
Brian Peterson. He's a stand-up comic.
Oh, fantastic. That was a good joke.
So, as it says on the little poll there that you probably can't see, you'll see the options there. Mendoza, stay or go. Number 1, hit stay. Type number 1 into your comments, and that'll vote there. If you type 2, it's go. It's 3, it's wake me up before you go.
Yeah.
It wasn't my idea. But Rodriguez, 89 and 73 the first season. And last year, you come out of the gates sizzling hot. Obviously, we know how that worked out. Finished at 83 and 79. And this year, it's 11 straight losses. So
listen, at the end of the day, he's winning 80+ games a season. So you always got a good chance at 90 being in the playoffs and being competitive, if you look at it that way. Also, he has done it with some really crappy pitching. I mean, 4 and 5 inning guys, and he gets them close to the playoffs at least somewhere. But if they want to change up the team and bring in Beltran, and Beltran's going to work his magic and show guys how to sit the bat on your shoulders and never swing, then we're good. That's how it'll go. That'll be the new team. Our Hall of Famer.
Whoa. Hold on. I forgot he said the name.
By the way, I realize that I have a large mole on my face.
Where?
Did I get muted there? I did get muted there, huh?
I think you got muted.
All right. I feel like I didn't deserve that. But
we all got muted.
Stop doing stuff. Stop breaking stuff in the studio.
It's got to be some new setting every time I
don't blame shift. Don't shift the blame.
The Titanic is sinking.
The Titanic is sinking.
We're already at the Titanic.
Wow, this is great, Fuqua. Speaking of the Titanic, do you guys want to take a trip into the DeLorean and head back into time? The last time that the Mets lost 11 straight games
was?
Come on. Come with me. Come with me if you want to live.
In 1962.
I wish. That was the last time they lost this many games in a row in April. We're not doing all that, but if you take us back to 2004, the last time this team lost 11 straight games, and it took it into September 8th is the last game of that. No, that was 2004. I don't think we were doing so good enough to choke.
No, which one was the one we choked and we lost it in the last?
That was 07 and 08. And last year. Let's start with which one? which one? Funny. Which one?
Which one? I'm saying which one, right? Like
got
there's
multiple
only
to
one.
choose from. Excuse me. Let me go through my notes here as a Mets fan.
Exactly. Bring
Thanks,
the book out
Bri.
from the back.
Thanks, Bye. All right, 2004. Last time the Mets lost 11 straight games. The president of these United States of America was George Bush, and he was starting his campaign for re-election. #1 movie in the country, Resident Evil Apocalypse. #1 at the box office at this moment in time. Gas prices, not what they are today. $1.90 a gallon, Rodriguez. Those were the days. Can we do a All in the Family about 2004? Those were the days?
No. Those were the days from like 1972.
All right, fine.
All in the Family.
Yeah, I love All in the Family. What a show. Friends, the TV show that was done, that had just ended. Lost was not even a television show just yet. The Office didn't exist. Breaking Bad hadn't been thought of yet. Rodriguez, Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock. We get introduced to Doc Ock.
That was good. That was really enjoyable. That was good.
Should have had a nicer MJ. Feel like thanks, Brian. We'll try and stay cute. You do the same. Shrek 2 was everywhere. In the sports world, Barry Bonds was juicing his way to MLB home run lead. Manny Ramirez was leading the league in RBI.
The great Barry Bonds. What's wrong with you?
Allegedly.
There you go.
Ichiro Suzuki was leading the league in batting average, like that.
It's not good.
A lot. Johan Santana was dominating for the Minnesota Twins.
Dude, that's when he was sick.
That was nasty. That was nasty, Johan. The closer extraordinaire in the world of baseball was Eric Gagne.
Oh.
Remember him with goggles?
Goggles, yeah. Dodgers.
The greatest basketball player ever was a rookie in 2004, LeBron James. The Red Sox curse was still going on.
Can't even dignify you with a remark.
There was no iPhone, no Instagram, no YouTube. You burn CDs. LimeWire, anybody? LimeWire. Mike Piazza was still on the team. David Wright was just coming up with the team.
Baby Wright and Baby Reyes just starting to team up.
And do I have this here anywhere? I don't think so.
Farace's like going down memory lane.
It's not a good memory. It's not nothing's good here.
You're right there, Farace.
Baby Ray Ordonez was more like 98, 99, I think.
Napster, that's true. Napster. Yeah. Remember Napster?
Napster.
Downloading illegal stuff.
I would never do that.
Again.
So I was looking for this. Can't find it anymore. I have it here. I'm on the spot. Look at me. I'm like a whip over here. The last time this is the last thing about 2004. Then we move it on here. The lineup for your New York Mets.
That's true, Fakwa. I regret it too.
Oh man. You ready for this lineup, Rodriguez? It probably scored more runs than our lineup today.
Oh.
Or yesterday.
Apparently a cemetery can score more runs than a lineup today. Go ahead.
Leading off and in right field, Eric Valent. Huh?
Who?
Yep. At shortstop, Wilson Delgado.
Oh.
Your left fielder, Cliff Floyd. All right.
Oh.
It's respectable. He had some good times with the Mets.
Dude, 2004?
Batting cleanup for your New York Mets at first base, Mike Piazza.
They tried to ruin him. He doesn't know how to stand. He doesn't know how to stand for 9 innings. He's always crouched. It confused him. That's why he never got first or third. He could never understand why he was standing up.
Batting fifth at third base, the captain, the future captain, David Wright.
Okay.
Center field, Mike Cameron.
I did like Mike Cameron. Yeah, it was a good serviceable center fielder. I liked him.
At catcher, another goggle wearing guy, Jason Phillips.
Jason Phillips. Oh my
Jason
God.
Phillips.
Oh, he was a catch in the beginning. Yes.
Those are very bad times. These are not good times. I want you to remember that Piazza was in this lineup for what I'm going to say next. At second base, batting eighth, Jeff Keppinger.
My God. It's like Mitch Cubbage.
I think it was Mike.
Mike Cubbage.
I feel like this is a Keith and Kevin moment right there.
That's how memorable that was.
And then pitching, Jay Wong-So. Remember that guy. Now, Rodriguez. I want to prepare. Oh, sorry about that.
The guys that flame out and leave us, and then
sorry. Thought I don't know what was going on in there. All right. Now, if they lose one more game in a row and they get to 12, this could happen tomorrow. The last time that this happened was in 2002. The lineup, I'm going to go through it really quick. Roberto Alomar leading off. Timo Perez batting second. Mike Piazza. Same line, got Mike Piazza that lost 11 straight in 2004, 12 in a row in 2002. Batting fourth at first base, Mo Vaughn. Batting fifth in right field.
Oh, my God.
Jeremy Burnett. Yeah, this is the year, buddy. Jeremy Burnett's batting fifth. Ty Wigginton, Roger Cedeno, Ray Ordonez, and could have been our ace for the year. I don't remember who the rest of the rotation, but Pedro Estacio was our starting pitcher.
Pedro Estacio.
So, all good things. All good things.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. You're trying to say we should be glad about what we have right now, then?
I just don't. I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to say about. There's nothing else to say about this team. So I might as well have a little bit of fun, go back in time, or else we're going to drive ourselves crazier than we already
memories, are. Though. So why would you take us back in time and bring us to painful memories? You want to have a little fun? Take us to the World Series, to the 2015. Take us to some of those years.
I would love to. I would, but
that would have been a better time.
Timmy, what's going on, sir? Speaking of Timmy, Timmy mentioned yesterday that our GM is not very well liked on New York radio right now, really? And probably the most hated man in New York sports right now is our GM.
Hey, Joe, play the news flash.
No, that's
that was
not
breaking news. Never would have thought that.
Wait. I heard it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's if you take the audio and you simplify it down. That's every singular Met fan these last 11 days.
Yeah, pretty much every single one, and every single host and every single baby that's ever gonna be born to a Mets fan for the next 100 years.
It's always, and just what was the first thing that you guys got for my little guy? Mets gear.
Oh, Mets gear, yeah. That was
never had the shot.
I am sorry. I am truly sorry I did that. But you know what? It'll make him a better man.
It's character. So it's
a lot of character. I'm so full of character.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Just oozing with character. So one of the major things that has been going on has been our pitching. It's saying that we said a couple weeks back and beginning of the season, preseason, in spring training, we're looking for the ace. We kind of know what we have in McLean, and McLean is just straight up dirty, disgusting, filthy, nasty. But not even he could stop our losing streak. But when it comes to Senga and it comes to Peterson, Rodriguez, I know you don't have you're not the miracle worker out there, but now they're doing things like what they did with Peterson yesterday, and that's have Tobias Harris. Now hold on a second, because we've talked about on this show that Tobias Harris should not ever be facing the top guys in the lineup, as a starter. So now things have gotten to the extreme that Peterson can't get it done. So now you need Tobias Harris, who did get the job done. And now you got Peterson that comes in to take care of the bottom part of the lineup to get his juices flowing. And I guess that's how you pitch in baseball in 2026, Rodriguez. So I just take that's it.
What have we been saying for the last 3 or 4 years? This is what.
Oh, sorry.
they need to
Jeez,
do.
sorry. I don't mean to distract.
Good God. This is what they need to do. They need to take Peterson and some other guy. It could even be Senga. Peterson and Senga. Put them together. You get a full pitcher. You get a full game. You can rest your bullpen at least for a minute. This 6 starter stuff with these guys is not good, because none of them are starters. They're all middle relievers, to be honest with you. If they're only doing 5 innings, they're middle relievers. Okay? They're not a starter goes 7, keeps your team in the game for 7 to 8 innings, and then you do your bullpen. And that's how you conserve a bullpen. That's how you win championships. So let's get some of these starters a little bit longer. Let's get them going. We actually we've seen them. We've seen some good games during this streak, this losing streak. Some starters have thrown good games. Peralta will give you 5 or 6 good innings. You have Holmes, who's done it. The Cowboy, he's been pitching phenomenal. Even Senga had a good game during the losing streak. But the point is, these guys have to be stretched out. 4 or 5 innings you're not going to win, because your bullpen is going to choke. It's going to get too much work. It's going to get overworked. Here we go again. Double pitch them. Peterson can't throw 5 innings. Put him in with Senga. Have Senga come in the second, but keep them on the same rotation. Keep them, know that Peterson is going to be pitching with somebody else, either Senga or Tobias Myers or whatever it is. But set the rotation. These guys that can pitch 6 innings, they can't pitch. They can't have a whole game to themselves. Period.
Can't do it.
And then, I like the change to the offense. If I'm being truthful, I've been saying it. Lindor is sort of a waste batting first, because he can drive guys in. The first part of the game, he can drive guys in. So he should have no problem batting third. Actually, I said it.
Actually,
Is that Mendoza calling you for advice?
Well, he's gonna leave a message. Don't worry about it. Let me know. What do you mean? Why are you being such a snob about it, Producer Joe? Everything that I'm saying is coming true. Let's not pat myself on the back, but yeah, I'm patting myself on the back. Everything I'm saying they should do, they're doing. They're doing it with Peterson. They're doing it with Lindor. So guess what? Maybe he is calling me for advice. I'll never tell. I would tell in a heartbeat if I got a call from the at any point in my life.
I was gonna say
100%.
All right. All right. Let's.
Any trade rumors? Are we picking anybody up? Any pictures? There's a guy in Long Island. He's available. I'm telling you.
He's on the Ducks.
Okay.
So, is he going to be the guy? We won't mention his name, but
We won't.
he's out there. Producer Joe wants to know if he can hit some baseballs out there too.
He's a ride and a duck call away.
All right. I guess the only bit of good news that we can even possibly bring up and talk about is the return of Juan Soto here. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, but I caution everybody out there who is saying wait till Juan Soto comes back. He's one guy, guys. He's one person. And
Shut your stupid face. I'm gonna tell you
I'm
right
just
now.
saying.
He's gonna deliver us at least 2 wins this year, at least.
Well, he's probably going to deliver us more wins than that, but
okay,
we know what's coming, right? This team has lost 11 straight games. You're going back to Citi Field. We'll take a look at that schedule here in just a moment. And so getting back to Citi Field, and what's going to happen on first inning? It doesn't matter what's going on. The boos are going to be raining down on Citi Field tomorrow.
Not if Bench gets a hit.
Raining from they when they take the field tomorrow, they are going to get booed.
They should not get booed. Okay,
Rodriguez.
Don't
tell them.
Don't boo them right now. Wait till they screw up for the first third innings, and then just boo the heck out of them if you want. But don't boo them. Give them a chance. Bench could get on base. Then who's after him? Bo. Bo could hit a double. Scores Bench. Lindor hits another double. Scores Bo. And then the other 2 guys strike out. And a ground ball. Get 3 runs in the inning. See, Farace, you gotta look at things like that.
That's a sixth of our output over the 11-game losing streak.
Who's pitching for us tomorrow?
Well, that's a great question, producer Joe. Who's pitching for us tomorrow? As we welcome in the Minnesota Twins. Your glass is see-through right now, Rodriguez. So right through on that. Yep, look at it.
Oh, see my nipples?
Cool. Well, no, not yet. Producer Joe.
Yeah,
is he there? Well, how's that upcoming schedule looking?
You mean the Mets schedule?
Yeah. We could look at the Knicks schedule too. The Knicks schedule. No. All right.
Oh God, here we go.
What are we doing? It's kind of a long. What are we doing? Simeon Woods Richardson. Oh, Noah McLean tomorrow. Hey, that's our stopper, Rodriguez. That's got to be our guy. 2.28 ERA.
There you go. Game over.
What do we got here?
It's
also $5 Tuesdays. So don't use your $5 to come out and boo. What if you did what sometimes works and you just gave a standing ovation and hopefully this team turns it around? It's happened. It's worked before. Remember Delgado a long time? No.
I mean, they should do it all the time. That's the whole point of cheering your team on.
That's not it. All right. Clay Holmes. Our best 2 pitchers go with the next. Outside of Peterson and Senga, our pitching's not been awful.
Those
Clay
2
Holmes, sub-2 ERA
are the 3 best pitchers on the Mets right now.
Yeah.
So they all get to start. Everybody else can team up with each other. Do whatever they need to do.
That is bark at the park night. So the dogs will be booing as well.
Oh, good Lord. Dogs will be howling. You're going to hear howling.
Thursday. That's it. We don't know what's going on with the pitching, who's pitching what Thursday throughout the weekend. First Responders Appreciation Night on Thursday at Citi Field. That's sold out of people who are going to be booing this team.
Wow.
And then we bring in the Rockies.
You're in that booing mode, huh?
We bring in the worst team in baseball. Actually, the worst team in baseball is going to be at Citi Field no matter what. The Rockies. Dude, coming to town.
We played teams that were playing really crappy and lost to them. Let's not forget. Now, why are you making me talk about that again? Oh, listen, we lost to these crappy teams. My God.
I am trying here. And then the weekend series, obviously we don't have a pitching matchups, but it's the Rockies for 3. Friday night, you got Jesse Orosco, 1986 bobblehead night. Friday,
that's a cool one.
Mr. Met of the Unisphere, light up bobblehead. They're going bobblehead nuts this year.
Wow.
And then on Sunday
noon, we'll have bobblehead nuts, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Bobblehead nuts. And then Monday is Mr. and Mrs. Met Dash. So I guess that's Run the Bases Day.
Okay.
We got another Bark in the Park next week. This Twins, Rockies, Nationals, we should be looking at this as if we were going to feast on this homestand, Rodriguez. But I don't even know. I don't know how many games we win here.
I think we're on a diet, Farace. We're just trying to survive the diet for the next 2 weeks.
I guess. Rockies
So
beat the
what?
Dodgers, trounced Diaz.
Good gosh.
All right.
Bye, Diaz. Bye, Diaz.
yeah,
Stay on the IL, DL, NL, wherever you want to go.
Diaz.
Get drafted.
Bone spurs now. He's got elbow spurs, whatever.
Oh, he's got elbow spurs? Poor guy. I hope he enjoys all that Dodger money sitting at home.
Listen, he went there. Rockies took 2 from the Dodgers, so we better be ready. Thanks, Isaac.
Oh, that's good news. Farace thinks he's going to feast on these guys, and these guys are beating the Dodgers.
I was just thinking that this is what we should be thinking, but it's not going to happen.
For Qua and Isaac are just telling us we should be better prepared for this, Farace.
George, this will be the worst season ever, or the greatest. The greatest. This will be the greatest comeback in the history of man.
How about just a mediocre get into the playoff season? How about I'll settle for that. I don't need to go up and down all the time, man. Just chill.
Rodriguez, our blood pressure wouldn't be. We wouldn't be Mets fans if not for that.
That's very true, though.
All right. I can't do that name right now.
Oh,
Fontaine.
Says Fontaine Monfrere. Oh, our friend Fontaine. It's Fontaine, our friend.
That's it.
I'm guessing.
That's it.
Hey, say Fontaine. Say Fontaine, mon frère.
Oh, that puts me to sleep. That gets me drowsy every time. Say that again, Joe.
Say Fontaine, mon frère.
Oh, look at that.
You did very well there.
Thank you. Thank you. 4 years of French in high school.
4 years.
Oui.
All right. All right. Well, I think that's we belabored the baseball point here quite enough, and so we do have one last thing that we need to discuss here on the show this evening, and that is, if you follow us in the Facebook group for any amount of time, or the Facebook page, or you've watched this show at all over the last 9 years or so. You know that we lost our really good friend Keith on April the 3rd. It's been a rough go, obviously, for everybody that has known Keith these past months. And so, one of the things that you, as baseball fans, right, is that day in which he passed, the Mets actually won a game. They won that game 10-3, and his birthday was October 3rd. So that was a one of those weird universe things that happened that day. And so I do want to welcome in. We talk about our favorite Yankee fan, and we say that jokingly and whatnot, and we're going to bring Timmy on here. And so Timmy, our favorite Yankee fan, obviously one of Keith's really good friends from childhood up in New York, as we see some of the comments coming in. And obviously wanted to bring you on, Timmy. Keith introduced this group together 9 or maybe longer years ago now. And so wanted to bring you on here, say a couple of words, and we're going to do a little round robin here. I know it's not an easy thing, but this is where we're at right now. So Timmy, we'll give it to you for a couple here.
I can't believe it's been that long. Jesus, seems like yesterday I was a picture on the wall, and I was Michael Jackson impersonating when I was calling in on the old show before the video did. Oh, you still got the picture? That's awesome.
I don't know if it's awesome or creepy.
Well, that's kind of. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to come barging in. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to do anything today because I didn't get a chance to do the video because I was a little distracted today, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, man, it's been rough. It's been hard. I've known him almost my whole life. Like I said, he put me on to you guys, and led to me getting my own show on here, and he's just going to be really really missed. And I know Steve, you wanted me to talk about how some of your best memories. Well, as a Yankee fan, some of my best memories with him are at Shea Stadium. Call you up. What are you doing Saturday? Saturday, you hop the 7 train. We were only 7 stops away in Woodside. $20, you could get in, get a hot dog, get a pretzel, get a soda for $20 back in that day. Yes, that's how old I am. And yeah, you just spend the whole day. We did this all the time. We spent, George would come with us, and we spent the whole day at Shea, man. It was a great time. It was great times with him, and um, he's a diehard fan all the way. And yeah, man, he's gonna be missed, man. I miss him already, like crazy. It's been hard to even fathom that he's not with us anymore. And no offense to you guys, but I'm like, where I can't stand not seeing Keith's face up there with you guys.
Yeah.
So that's no offense to you guys. You guys are doing your best thing. Yeah, man, it's just it sucks. It sucks big time.
Yeah, definitely tough. Producer Joe, throw it over to you.
I'm sad, man. I can't stop being sad. He was a good man. He was loved by many. He was the laugh on the show, and we love busting on him on the show, and he gave it right back. And he's a good guy, and I'm sad. Gonna miss him.
Yeah. Rodriguez.
Yeah, good man. We had a lot of fun when we started the show, and Timmy just reminded me that he was Michael Jackson. That was the fun that we had in Farace's little office, and all three of us were in there, jammed in there. Keith, big A dude, and just having a blast in there. And our show promotions were us having fun with each other and just having a goof and enjoying the little time we had together as Met fans and as just grown silly men. He had a lot of joy. He had a lot of fun in him, and he had his famous wakata ready at any given time to give it to anybody. So I missed that. Yeah, I missed the shows that he and I did together for a while. That was just me and him. And a lot of times we click and have a blast and get stupid silly and drive producer Joe crazy. But we had so much fun. And I really, really miss that. And I know you guys miss him as your friend and your family. And I miss him. I do. And just know he's hoping for a good season this year. I really wish the Mets would give it to him. Let's see.
Yeah, for sure. And Rodriguez, you mentioned it. I think the three of us met 15 years or so ago. And when you're a Met fan, no matter where you are, you meet somebody and you just kind of click. It's you go down the bad memories of all this frustration and the high blood pressure, and those things kind of just click. And so Keith, I echo your sentiments. All three, great guy. No matter what conversation you were having with him, whether it be about his friends, his family, the church, work,
the dog,
always the dog, Ruger. And I'll never. This is the epitome of Keith. We were. It was during COVID times. We were actually in a Zoom funeral for one of our other friends who we lost, Raphael, back 6 years ago now.
Oh, Raphael. Okay.
And so Keith and I were texting about what was going on and whatever, talking about Raphael, and I hear on just open on the microphone, oh, who's who's the pretty one with the big girl teeth? And I'm like laughing. Somebody's got themselves off mute, and I'm hear it again. I'm like, oh my god, it's Keith. I get to Keith and start texting me. He's like, no, I'm not on. I'm on mute. I said, all right. Well, who's the one with the big girl teeth? And he was like, oh shit. So that was the thing
on
that
this show a million times.
yes.
A million times.
The beginning of his sentence always interrupt the middle of mine.
Always did.
And right before we came on, I just wrote down, because there's so many different things that we all spoke about, and this is just a few. Over the years, Wilma Flores, the Tears of Joy in 2015, Jay Bruce, and him talking about how he injured his butt muscle and he was too hurt to go out and play. Cespedes, and how pissed Keith was when Cespedes kicked that ball around and to lead off the World Series. Thor, The Dark Knight, Ruben Tanada, those types of things. Vargas, his favorite pitcher of all time with the Mets.
He loved
Vargas. We had the Game of Thrones, where he watched, and Rodriguez and I had already watched, and we're going through. Producer Joe couldn't listen to any of those shows because he was doing his own rewatch. And then Brooklyn Water Coffee, though we're not with them anymore. Brooklyn Water Coffee, we had fun with. I had coffee grinds all over the studio many times, but definitely missed that, and it's been really tough.
He couldn't catch it, Farace, no matter how many times. I was
flinging it back and forth with each other.
He never could catch it.
And there was
he was what I like to call a hide the body friend. In other words, if you had to hide a body, who could you call up with no question, ask, and he'd be definitely on that list of all right, what are we gonna do? All right, we're gonna put him over here, do this, and that,
Facts.
And you don't get too many of those in your life. You get maybe a handful of those guys, and I'm lucky enough to be friends still with a couple of them. And we're all still devastated by losing him. But you know what? Like stories like you guys, you just said Brooklyn Waterhouse when I started laughing to myself because I used to like watching his commercials just because. he did it differently every time, but it was always funny.
There was a script, but it was always different.
Yeah, it was scripted. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, he did it his own way, and I wish we could get one more Flocata out of him. But you know what? Someday we will. Someday we'll get another one out. He's up there, Flocataing the hell out of heaven. So and I can't wait to see him again one day.
Yeah. And we can't help but to think if this is a life lesson that he's shining down on us and said, we didn't really have it too bad with the Mets. Here's bad.
Yeah, right.
George, just to read his comment, well said, guys. You know how much I loved him, and most memories of childhood are with him. No one has ever made me laugh like Keith. There's no one like him, and he's had no fears screaming at anybody, a Mets game or anywhere. Always would have had your back. Always a fan, of course, that morning wood brand for sure. And that's the other thing. If you went anywhere with Keith, you had an instant bodyguard. Rodriguez, you and I went to that game where there was like 150 people there. He was screaming at the top of his lungs so we could hear it echo down the left field line, down the right field line, and he was just there. So we didn't have any trouble that day.
If I could pick you on that, one of our traditions back in the day was cut school and go to the St. Patty's Day parade. We'd cut school, go to breakfast, go to the parade. So we're sitting we're pretty close actually to the parade, and Rudy Giuliani, at the mayor at the time before he went apeshit crazy, gets out and he walks right over to all of us and starts shaking hands. Keith runs full speed. Doesn't even care that the guards or the thing, and fucking gives him the finger right to his face.
Oh shit!
One of the greatest things I've ever seen. But I was also never more scared in my life. I'm like, these guys are gonna shoot us, or they're gonna beat the living shit out of us. The dude had zero fear. Finger right to the face. I could not stop laughing. After that, I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, dude, you got a set of nuts on you. they could have cuffed both of us if they wanted to, but no. That was just him.
That's a perfect way to describe him. You got a pair of nuts on you. So, on that note, Later, buddy.
Put it in the box.